Filipinos could not get enough of the Tiggo 7 Pro when it arrived a couple of years ago. And it's easy to tell with the number of units you see on the road. It, along with a 5X Pro, are the best-selling units of Chery Philippines in the country. Now, in the middle of 2023, the Tiggo 7 Pro Hybrid arrived. And as you can see, it looks exactly like its conventional cousin, but with a more efficient powertrain. I've had it for 7 days. I'll let you know what I think. Now, the first thing I noticed is the heft of the whole body, which makes it look bigger than it really is and doesn't make it look like a pushover on the streets, especially against larger vehicles like vans and trucks. Now, the entire Life in Motion body is still paired with the Sunshine Galaxy grille. It has a diamond mesh with rectangular bits that are like jewels floating in a pattern from small bits to larger bits as it goes down. It looks elegant. Now, these are slim LED headlamps that are called Tiger Eyes with a multi-cavity reflective matrix. Right here are fog lamps, and then you have a silver accent by the bottom near the front bumper. Now, two things I like about this side. Number one is the floating roof effect created by the blacked out D-pillar, and then this kink right here on the chrome accent that looks sexy, looks young, well, depending on really who's looking at it. It has thin body cladding. You've got a silver accent right here and new 18-inch alloy wheels exclusive to the hybrid variant. At the back are dual exhaust tips and reflectors just above it, a light bar separating the LED taillights, a rear spoiler with a high mount stop lamp, and a power tailgate. Now, overall, it's not the most cutting edge SUV design out there, but it's not an ugly duckling either, that's for sure. But I would like it to be sleeker, sharper in the next update or in probably a facelift. Now, the cabin went for a minimalist, chic look, and it hit the nail right in the head, so to speak, right? It has slim vents, slim toggle switches, and even slim controls for the air conditioning right here on this glossy black panel. Now, the styling of the soft touch dashboard coupled with this thin accent creates a wide and spacious look, which allows passengers to feel relaxed when you're in the cabin. In front of the driver is a 12.3-inch full LCD display that would have been easy to use had I not had to Google some of the acronyms here. You've got AFE, which stands for average fuel economy, IFC, which is instant fuel consumption, and then you've got DTE, which is distance to empty. I mean, Chery should update these with either more common terms or just much better icons. Amenities in the cockpit include your 10.25-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Bluetooth technology. You have your wireless charger. You've got an electronic parking brake with an auto hold function, a couple of USB ports at the bottom, a 12-volt outlet, and a spacious storage area here to complement your center console, plus your large glove box right here. It has a leather multifunction steering wheel, a leather contoured power adjustable pair of front seats. Now, if you look up, you'll see the sky through this 1.13 square meter panoramic sunroof. And at night, you get interior ambient lighting with 7 customizable colors. Now, if there are a couple of things I would change, it would be number one, this gear shifter. It should be shapelier, sexier, more ergonomic. And then the operating system of the infotainment system, because it should join us in the 21st century. Using it feels like you're using Windows 98. here in the second row, you still have leather seats. They're less bolstered, but it has dual stitching as well. You have a drop-down center armrest with 2 cup holders, reading lamps, 2 air vents, and then a USB port. Plus, you get a copious amount of legroom, but the second row seats are not adjustable. Now, over at the back, you have 475 liters worth of cargo space, but if you want to increase that to haul long items or just more cargo space, you can bring down the second row back rests. Now this is a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine with a 48 volt belt starter generator, which gives it hybrid technology. It makes slightly more than the Tiggo 7 Pro at 156 PS and 230 Newton meters of torque. Drive goes to the front wheels via a continuously variable transmission. Now come with me as I take it for a drive. Because it is a mild hybrid, it feels livelier and more responsive than a full hybrid. The torque comes in early, so you don't have to reach the 2,000 RPM mark to overtake in the city or merge on the S-Lex. It's no slouch on the road. It's actually pretty fast and able to maintain about 100 kilometers per hour while I was being conservative with throttle use over the last 7 days. Now, I like how the safety features integrate with the big screen. As you can see right here, once you engage the turn signal, the camera will show a video of where you're turning into, and then a VR version of the vehicle showing its position relative to the space, again, you're turning into, plus the vehicles around it. So pretty neat, right? In the city, it returned about 8.1 kilometers per liter, which is good, but it was best, obviously, on the highway. Picked up more than 23 kilometers per liter. Now, that's impressive, but what really impressed me the most is the performance of the McPherson strut and the multi-link independent rear suspension, because it was gentle on the humps and then caught the weight of the vehicle gracefully as it dropped in potholes around Metro Manila. Now, I don't know if Chery updated the insulation materials, but noise, vibration, and harshness dampening was just excellent. I don't remember it being this good in the Tiggo 7 Pro, but in the Tiggo 7 Pro Hybrid, I mean, it's just as good as it gets when it comes to NVH dampening. You know how many potholes and how many rough patches there are on EDSA? I don't, because I didn't feel it while I was driving the car. No, but really, in all seriousness, it was really awesome how they did it this time for the hybrid variant. Safety features is one of the best qualities of this vehicle because it has a 360-degree HD camera that puts out 2D, 3D, front wide and rear wide view of surroundings. You'll have front and rear parking sensors, Bosch's electronic stability program, seatbelt reminder. One thing about the seatbelt reminder though, a couple of times during my drive, as I started out, and I was the only passenger in the car, it went off. And it's not a jarring reminder, it's just short tweets about maybe 5-6 seconds apart. And it went away after 5 minutes or so. But I just have to tell you for full transparency that it went off without any passengers in the second row. Additional safety features include traction control, also hill descent, hill ascent control. You also have a brake override system and a brake emergency signal system. Now, one thing about how comfortable the ride was, I mean, as good as it was, I just wish the suspension was just a tad firmer, because I test loaded the back with about 200 pounds worth of load, and the rear sagged just a tiny smidge. It wasn't noticeable because I was looking, because I was testing. I saw it, but it is definitely not a biggie. Now at 1.350 million pesos, this crossover SUV brings a lot to your garage. I mean, there's the styling, you've got all the tech, including the mild hybrid system. It has a spacious cabin with advanced equipment, functionality, and to top it off, it's a great drive. Now, if there's one thing, I would like it to be more efficient, right? As it stands right now, the numbers don't pop out. It's at par with competitors, but you want it to be better, right? It saves a few hundred pesos in your wallet, gives you a better performance, but I know it can get more efficient, so I expect that in the next update. So if you like the Tiggo 7 Pro, you'll definitely love this one because it's more efficient and it gives you a better performance. That is your Tiggo 7 Pro Hybrid review. If you have any comments, put it in the section below. I'm Eric Tipan from AutoIndustriya.com.